And so, guys, as you can see here, we got all the ingredients for this our hot dogs. And so I'm recording. Also do it in winter time. So
Skål.
skål, like we say. A little more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's already the moment you put them.
Oh my god, this movie just got with it.
Well, hello guys again, and this is MusicDane back, and as promised, this is gonna be a video about food, and not just any kind of food. It's gonna be something that we in Denmark consider to be a cultural treasure, equivalent to our national anthem and our flag. So no funny comments, this is a tough thing for me to do for you because it is a pure children memory for me. Let me talk about the pølsevogn in Denmark, which is basically a hot dog stand. In 1921, like 106 years ago, 105, on January 18th, the first 6 pølsevogn or hot dog stands that were rolling out and hit the streets in Copenhagen. They were originally intended for the working class because it was an easy thing before and after work to eat, and not very expensive. So it trended, exploded. And in the 70s in Denmark, we had more than 700 of these hot dog stands or rolling pølsevogn in Denmark, and they were situated and put in almost every bigger city in Denmark. You could find it almost everywhere, even on the roads and between the cities. So it trended, exploded, but unfortunately, like many good things, they were destroyed eventually by things which were more popular, more easy, more unhealthy, like the fast food. Burgers and pizzas and all kinds of food killed this tradition, basically, because you could go basically on every block, every street to get a pizza or burger. And it was easy, it was fast, and then the pølsevogn, the hot dog stands, they kind of faded. So we are unfortunately down to 17% of the original maximum amount of hot dog stands in Denmark. Sad but true. But I want to celebrate the Danish hot dog today, and I know that some guys would claim that it was invented on, I think it was Long Island in New York, right? But we reinvented it and made it our own, and we put senap, this is mustard. We put ketchup, which is ketchup. We put our Danish own special relish in it, which is called remoulade. Remoulade, you can call it what you want. You don't have it, come to Denmark, I'll feed you. Roasted onions, fresh onions, some kind of cucumber salad or pickles cut in slices. And you put a pork sausage, of course, in a long bread. That's it. No different variations. That is it. That's how we make a Danish hot dog. And so, guys, since we have a new grill and I didn't show you how to make hot dogs yet, it's a crime. So let's get on with it. I have invited me wifey, who is gonna be here with me, and we're gonna eat the hot dogs tonight. And I promise you, guys, it's gonna be messy. It's gonna be a goddamn mess. Because you know what? It's impossible to eat a hot dog without making a mess. But that's how it is. That's part of the charm. So you are invited to my Danish hot dog evening here under our new roof. So let's hit it. Let's hit the grill. And finally, the long-awaited Danish hot dogs. And so, guys, as you can see here, we got all the ingredients for this our hot dogs: the ketchup, the senap, the remoulade, and our sausages, the bread, and the things what you put in it. It's quite simple. It sounds quite simple. And I'm going to show you now how to prep the grill, because you need to use oil on low temperature, and I'm going to show you this now. As you can see, guys, I put oil there, and it's with a spray, and it's the easiest way to do it. Instead of all kinds of fatty things, it's just poof, poof, poof. And that's how we do it. And then you allow the plate to reach a medium temperature. It should not be brutal or anything. So let's get on with it and put the sausages. And so I'm recording my sweet wife.
Already?
Yeah, already.
Okay.
And she's already prepped with all the tools. And you know, I swear to you, when she's wearing a tool in her hand, you better have a good distance. But yeah, and knives too. Wow. So this is our prepping. We are ready for making our hot dogs. Cozy. So we are now gathered around the feast. And we start, of course, we are not going to make hot dogs yet. It would not be a good evening after a very warm day without a good beer. So it's going to be this. You probably know it's 1664, a French beer. So skål.
Skål.
Yeah, skål.
Not yet. It's a hot dog date today.
Hot dog day
Yeah.
today. Yeah,
Lars invited me on
absolutely.
a hot dog day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, we're celebrating with beer. We had 32 degrees today, by the way, and that is for me very, very warm. And for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we always celebrate with beer.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter about the temperature. We can also do it in wintertime. So
Skål.
skål, like we say. Oh, wow.
Yummy.
Yummy. I just have to say, guys, this is with lemon. It has a lemon twist. This. Wow. I just have to say.
It's seriously very tasty, especially for summer.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's fresh. It don't have this heavy, brutal aftertaste of beer. Or it just have almost like whey beer, you know, from whey, light beer. Not light beer, but from whey.
Wait.
It's almost the same, like it has this lemon twist, which made it perfect. It's so perfect for summertime. So guys, again, recommendation.
Yeah.
Let's go. So guys, let's fire it up, and yeah, we have our new grill here, and we have the gas on, so we just turn on. So now it's on, and if you don't believe me, fire's on, baby. A little more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have our sausages.
Exactly.
Yeah. And like I said, completely, in Denmark, it's completely normal. Sausages, like this. Grill sausages. They are slightly smoked, but not too much. It is not to be smoked, but gentle in taste, but very spicy still and salty, and very gentle, basically. And what you need to do here is to give them enough so they're brown all around as much as possible without cracking too much. It may not be possible to completely avoid the cracking, but it's definitely important that they don't destroy itself. So, but it's starting to be a little bit lukewarm, and that's already the moment you put them, because what I'm going to do now, and that is important, my friends, is immediately turn down to minimum power on the grill, because the trick about this is to do them slow. If you start putting them on 8 million degree grill, they'll just explode, and you will not get warm inside in the sausages. You'll completely mess it up. That is my promise. So slowly, and then we close this because it'll keep the warmth a bit. Yeah, gently roasting without any drama. very peaceful. And then the trick also is to flip them around on a regular basis. I can see they start already to take a little bit of heat from the plate, which I'm sorry to say is probably very necessary to make these grilled sausages, because and that is very good. Good. Which is a very important thing, because if you just put it on normal grill, you will overcook them completely and in a world record speed of time. So you would prefer to put it on this plate here. What you got here? It's not all grills that come with it, and this grill didn't come with it. So I was just lucky that my old grill had it. But it's probably possible to buy as an accessory, but it's definitely important that you have it on a plate like this, and not this grill. And then sometimes this will also help. And if I was deeply fanatic, and probably if you've been watching my videos for a while, I am borderline fanatic with some things. But one thing that really will help here is to put tin foil on this plate, and then the oil. But that is being maybe a little bit hysterical. So let's just leave the sausages alone for a while, and we just flip them one time. And remember that we need to put the bread during somewhere in this. It's all about timing. So let's see if I am able to time it. It's going to be very exciting. The end result, who knows what it's going to be. But let's hope that we're going to hit it. So we're going to leave them alone like I promised. Now, guys, now the time has come to put the bread. This is the moment of truth. So, bread we can put down here. I turned on these two burners, and I turned them on also on lowest heat. I could choose to put it up here, but I don't think it's warm enough. So let's see how it's going to be. Don't know what that is. So the bread is on. Sausages are flipped. And we close. We gotta give it peace. So now the bread has been added, and I turned on these two last burners here, which is over this area, and I put them also on minimum. And now the trick is I'm going to turn off the sausages. I'm going to leave it on the warm plate. I'm going to flip the bread. I'm going to do that without no tool, because I'm a Viking. Or just stupid. But I don't feel it. I was welder in my previous life. So anyway, that's how it is. 6 breads for 6 sausages. We flip them around just for in case. I don't think this needs to be turned. This don't either. They're all fine, so we'll change places, because the plate is not warm equally on all spaces. So, but since we turned off the grill, this is going to be done in just a moment. Guys, they are ready. So the bread, and it's basically just one step now from pure pleasure. As you can see, they didn't explode. And bread, they have a little golden edge, but they are not burnt. Which, oh, okay, it's a little warm. Let me do this. So we are ready to start. Yes, so the job is on. We open up. You take your sausage like this, and my trick is to put the raw onions in the bottom, because then they are not all over the place. They will escape your hot dog if you don't do like this. And then our ketchup. Our mustard. And this, our secret ingredients from Denmark. Remoulade. I will, in a later video, or maybe down there in the description, maybe give you a little description of what remoulade is. But right now, I'm not. You're just gonna have to imagine how great it is, because it is. Then you take this, and these are pickles I just sliced, or my wife did.
It's me.
Yeah, it's not me. But this is extra, gourmet solution, because usual cucumber salad absolutely works. But today, a little luxury. And I use one extra strip of syrup, mustard, and that is to keep the roasted onions on top. And now to the messy part. Now it's gonna be put in my mouth, and that is going to be fun. So guys, we might as well just jump into it. This is the Danish hot dog, made the real way. And let's see how it works when I have to somehow put it in my mouth. Guys, this is going to be a mess. So let's just open up the app. Oh. You want to see happy wife?
I made mine version.
Exactly.
I like this.
You put
You
cucumbers
can
on top.
do how you want.
Actually, yeah.
Doesn't matter,
No.
because taste will be the same.
Absolutely.
And it's just so amazing.
Let's see how he wants.
Yeah. Oh,
sorry. Piece of heaven. Ah, yeah.
Piece of heaven. Yeah.
Yeps. Look, back to ugliness. That was Beauty and the Beast, the version of us.
Wow.
Like I said,
I gave you paper. Doesn't matter.
Paper is for
Babies.
yeah. Again, it speaks for itself. And how is it going for you?
Oh.
No, so elegant.
Yeah.
Yeah. So guys, Danish hot dog, the Danish way, because it's Danish hot dog.
Perfect.
I recommend having a plate like this under your mouth, because you avoid awkward situations. Wow. And of course you can do your own variations. It's not like you're not allowed. It's just that this is the real Danish version with the complete original ingredients, which we like the most. But of course, there are 8 million different ways to do this. But there's only one way of making a fool of yourself. I hope not. I hope you're not in the middle of your dinner. You may end up in an unpleasant situation. I have a plate and I still managed to put it on my. No. Yes. I am not perfect. But these are. With that being said,
Highly recommended. This is the perfect version of hot dogs for me, at least.
And I think for 99% of Danish.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not Danish, but even for me.
Oh, you are Danish already. I destroyed you.
Yeah.
So with this said,
perfect.
Danish MusicDane. That's it.
Yeah.
MusicDane.
It works, guys.
And wife.
Yeah.
Over and out. Vi er svin, huh?
Uh-huh. I think this is it. We don't need more filming. It's
It's
absolutely.
still recording.
I know. Wow. No. Whoa. Whoa.
Mm-hmm. That will be in the bloopers.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, this movie just goes with it.
Just go with it.
Just go with it. When they take pictures, took pictures on the golf
On Ghost.
on the golf court. Remember?
The golf court. No, yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Hold kæft, you are weird. You know that?
I live with you.